What's good, YouTube, baby? It's your boy Yoga Duck coming to you from New Orleans, NOLA, the N.O., the Crescent City. Yeah, that Big Easy, baby. And today I got some content for you. But before we get into all that, make sure you smash that like button, hit the bell notification so you're aware of all the videos I'm dropping. I'm trying to keep putting out this content for you. We steady growing, steady trying to get them subscribers up, trying to on the road to monetization. Help a brother out, you hear me? You feel me? So look, we got some content, and if you've been following my channel, you gotta know where I was going with this. I was absolutely waiting on this one. And that is Mal, aka the head glazer in charge, reviewing the some sexy songs for you. I'm sorry, because it ain't for me. Mal reviewing Rory and Mal reviewing some sexy songs for you. That Drake and Party Next Door album that dropped on Valentine's Day. I was absolutely waiting on this. I saw Showface's review on this one. Shout out to Showface News. I wasn't expecting this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't expecting this. Well, no, I should have been expecting this. I absolutely should have been expecting this. I thought he was more going to go down the route of addressing the haters, but I should have known better. I should have known better. He's going to just ride with his man. He's going to big him up. But I didn't expect, I honestly, I don't feel like this is honest coming from Rory and Mal. Neither side. Damaris, she seems to, this is about what I expected from her. Definitely not what I expected from Rory. And I'm guessing Rory and Damaris's agreement with Mal is why it didn't go the way that I thought it would go. I absolutely thought that Rory would be honest about it. I don't feel like Rory's, and I could be wrong, but I don't think Rory was honest in his assessment. I think he's just trying to ride the fence. To me, Rory's a professional fence rider. Mal, he's OVO all the way. He's not going to deviate from the OVO plan, the OVO narrative, the OVO talking points. There's not going to be any deviation from Mal. So that was kind of to be expected. I thought Rory would give him a little bit more pushback. But look, check this out. We're going to get into this content. We're going to see what Rory and Mal had to say, along with Damaris. This is about what I expected from her.
But some sexy songs for you came out.
Yeah, and even something I've been a victim of as well is immediately reacting to an album on the internet right away. Because off the first listen on Thursday night when I played it, I was like, it was cool. And then through
well, people always say your first impression is always your best impression, right? So I know that when I came on and I reacted to the album, that was my initial impression. And it's usually the impression that's right to me. I mean, it's going to be right. Now, upon further review, you may come away with a few other things. But normally your first impression is your best impression. So after listening a few more times, I have some deviations from my original take on the album. But the point still remains that the album was trash. I didn't give a couple of songs the chance that I think they deserved. Even though I don't think none of them deserved any chance. The album was trash. It opened up trash. So at the end of the day, even if I have a different take on a couple songs, it still remains the same that the album was trash.
throughout the weekend, it just felt like it got better.
Mm-hmm.
I see why a lot of people, I think because they were just waiting to either hate on it or love it, call it a classic or trash.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those albums off first listen that you're gonna be like, oh, this is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's the point I'm talking about. So if I can't listen to it on first listen and say that the album is really good, if it has to grow on me, that means that it was trash, right? Like initially I thought it was trash. Euphoria from Kendrick Lamar during the battle was one of those songs that I was like, I mean, a lot of Kendrick stuff grows on you, but it's not growing on you because it's not growing. It doesn't have to grow on you sonically. It has to grow on you. You have to sit with it to digest it. This album wasn't digestible, if you catch my drift. So like Euphoria, for example, when Euphoria initially opens up, I'm like, come on, Kendrick, pick this up. But then the beat kicks in and I'm like, all right. So that brought me back to the beginning of Euphoria, and I was like, all right, let me really dial in and see what path he's trying to take us down. And I'm not trying to be and I know I'm gonna get this anyway. Y'all gonna call me a Kendrick Glazer, but that's not me at all, because I don't worship no man. And I think Kendrick Glazers are just as weird and just as cringe as the Drake Glazers. But the point still remains that your initial impression is normally your best impression. Initially with Euphoria, I wasn't impressed sonically, but it grew on me because there's a message. This album doesn't have any message other than beta male simping. That's the message. With misogynist undertones. That's the whole message. It's a toxic album. There's nothing impressive about it. The writing is absolutely lazy. There's nothing impressive about the writing. Now they have some nice production on a few of the tracks, but for the most part, the whole album was boring and cringeworthy.
It took me the whole weekend of multiple listens to get to the place that I really do really fuck with this project.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, I was like, all right, it feels like Drake had to drag Party to the studio, and I still kind of have that feeling, even in enjoying.
I agree to a certain extent. It's not even that he had to drag Party to the studio. I think it was more so along the lines that they weren't in the same place at the same time recording his album. So when artists are doing a collab, it's nice if the artists can be together so they can bounce ideas off of each other. And it doesn't feel like they were in the studio together bouncing ideas off each other. So if you have this feeling about this album, and I know he's going to get into it and he's going to talk about how great he thought it was. If you don't get that feeling from this album, I don't see how you can come away with this being a good album.
Why?
Project. I don't know. It's not even something I can really prove. It's more of like a feeling on the records that Drake was a little bit more present and excited about this project than Party was. It almost felt like Drake did these and was like begging Party to fill in the blanks on certain shit.
Drake Ben did these. And he's desperate for another moment. And he needed a crutch. And Party was the crutch. That's what I take from it.
To me, it was a high caliber Drake on the R&B side, and
that's insane. It was not high caliber, dude. The crooning, the monotone crooning, the same melodies that you got from previous Drake albums when he's singing. This wasn't impressive. There was nothing impressive about this.
Little lower than I usually like Party.
Really?
I don't disagree with you on that. I do feel like...
Oh, he was talking about Party. My bad. But I was never a Party fan. I'm not into the whole seem like goats are being smortured through auto-tune vibe. That it's just the auto-tune is overly done. So this isn't real R&B. And if this is what R&B is going nowadays, it's absolutely soulless and it takes away from R&B. So hopefully this isn't the route that R&B is taking.
Like Party kind of like was like in the studio, just like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm participation trophy. I don't think Party really, which I personally, that's one of my favorite parts about the album. No shade to Party. I like Party's
Love Party.
music, but I would prefer more Drake than Party on this album, and I think that's why I like it so much.
On My Way, like Party smoked that and carried it. His energy on that record feels way more present than the rest of the project. Like even with A Written Testimony where Hove kind of just filled in the blanks on certain shit, that's kind of how I felt they treated Party on this. Like, all right, just fill in a part here so we can make it a collab. I still loved what he did, but to me, this is more of a Drake project. Like
It was meant to be a Drake project. Like I say, Party was just a crutch. In case things go bad, he can blame Cardi. I keep calling this dude Cardi. Party was the crutch. In case things go south, Party can be the one to blame.
he feels like the lead on everything, and I don't know. Again, it's just a theory. I really feel like Drake was blowing Party's phone up. Like,
And
can you finish this shit for me, man? Like,
but also, Rory, when I think about it, what I'm going to go with is that the reason why it's a collaboration album is that Party wrote a lot of it. I think that might have been, you might not hear a lot of him, but I think Party wrote a lot of it, if that makes sense.
Oh, we already know that Party wrote a lot, if not most of this album. Let's be real. Let's be absolutely real. Everybody knows that he pulled Party out of the OVO sweatshop, dusted them off, and said, look, I got a project that I need done, and you're going to do it. You're going to do it. That's what this was.
Makes sense.
I'm sure, but again, to me, these didn't feel like Party had a bunch of records on a hard drive, and then Drake.
No, definitely
in.
not.
No. As a matter of fact, Party probably been wrote these records. Drake probably been recorded these records, and Party never got around to putting verses on this. This is probably long overdue. This is probably something that, because every last song, for the most part, sounds dated, with the exception of Brian Steele, because you can't write that. You know, that can't be old. The other record after Brian Steele, Give Me a Hug, that wasn't old. Probably Pimmy's Dilemma, that I'm sure that wasn't old. And by the way, I crapped on Pimmy's Dilemma, as it should have been. But Pim, if that's the name that I'm getting, her vocal performance was not bad at all. She actually did a really good job. I didn't like the mix on her voice, but she did a really good job. And also, I'm gonna let them continue because I think they get into this song, so I'll bring that up then.
She felt the opposite to me.
Yeah,
it felt like Drake had these songs and then Party got on them. Because in the past, like we know with Legend,
yeah, Drake had these songs, but Party been wrote them. That's my conclusion. I'm probably wrong, but that's what I'm going with.
that was a Party song, and then Drake came in and smoked it. Every time they do collab on his projects, they always feel like, all right, this was a Party record, and then Drake came in.
Yeah.
To me, this feels like Party came in, and Drake already had all these joints. He has the perspective. He leads every concept. Like, to me, it's a Drake project.
I mean, I didn't go into it trying to listen for that. Some sexy songs for you, to me.
Yeah, you went into it trying to get moist. Pause.
It's
I'm sorry, that was an unnecessary shit. I didn't have to do that. My bad.
Wasn't sexy songs for us men. I don't think that Party and Drake put together this album with men in mind.
What? They definitely didn't put together this album with women in mind. What? They couldn't have possibly thought or believed that this was an album for women. How? Not in today's day and age. Maybe you can pull in the Sexy Red crowd. Maybe you can pull those people, and maybe the Ice Spices and the real women don't want to be treated like this and don't want to hear about other women being treated like this. What happened in this album? This is okay.
I did love Party's post and delete on his IG story.
What did he post?
He said this isn't supposed to be analyzed. You're supposed to fuck to this.
Yeah, like no,
go
but that,
No. And that's where he went wrong. No one's smashing to this song. To none of this music. No one's smashing to none of this music. Your girl, if you play this music around your girl, trying to get her in the mood, you ain't getting none that night, homie. You ain't getting none. If you think this is sexy, what? It's dry. It's desert dry. Sahara. Sahara down there. No juices are flowing.
that's
Go get some pussy.
but that's what this played like to me. It played like More Life. It's like a playlist.
Okay, I'm
You know
not
what I
mad
mean?
at
It's
that
like
thing yet.
to me, it sounded like a playlist that they put together for women. Came out Valentine's Day.
That okay. I can get that. It sounded like a playlist. A random playlist. That's not curating an album. Putting together a playlist is not the same as curating an album. That's you're proving part of a lot of people's point. The album felt lazy. And part of making sure that your album doesn't feel lazy, things have to go in a certain order for there to be cohesiveness in it. There was no cohesiveness in it. You're making an album that's supposed to be for sexy time with the ladies. Yet you're sending shots at Joe Budden and Kendrick Lamar on the slick. And it's for the ladies? What? You talking? And then not only that, you're also contradicting yourself in this a lot in this album. This take is awful. Mal, you're not lying because you're really that much of a glazer. I really think Rory is holding back, trying to ride that fence because he wants to be able to say that he has the he understands both sides. He wants to be able to hold on to the Kendrick fans and the Drake fans alike. But you see, to the Kendrick fans, you come off as fake. Maybe not so much to the Drake glazers. But I know to the Kendrick fans, you come off as fake.
So to me, it played like a playlist. It was like some songs that they put together. You know, one of the songs, the Pemi's Dilemma, which I love, they're not even on it.
Thank God. Leave that.
I wanted her to get another minute 30 on there. But you know, I'll take the interlude. It's all good. But it played like a playlist.
Why do y'all feel like these are for women? These songs are not for women. Are going to enjoy them, but these songs are not for women. Look at what.
Exactly. I don't even know. Damaris, you're probably the only woman that I've seen or heard openly say that she likes this album. You see, because this is your bread and butter. It's like y'all got yelled at for the Super Bowl. You and Rory got yelled at behind y'all's takes about the Super Bowl performance, and y'all are walking on eggshells around Mal to appease him. Because shout out to Miss Charles. I love Miss Charles. Shout out to Miss Charles. In Showface's Discord. Me, Miss Charles. She puts it perfectly. And this is verbatim, but basically, Mal comes off as an abusive spouse. And every now and then he plays nice, you know, so that you're not trying to leave while your wounds heal. That's how Mal comes off, as an abusive spouse. And I think it seems like y'all are walking on eggshells around him so y'all don't piss him off.
What is being said in the songs?
But who is this being said to?
It's not but we don't listen to music for people to talk to us. You listen to music to identify with it. So granted, women are gonna enjoy this, but they weren't writing this like, oh, the hoes gonna love this. They writing this like, oh, the niggas that love hoes gonna love this. That's who this album is for.
Oh no, for sure. But
Right. That's only no. There's no buts that go into this. That's only who it's for. That's the demographic right there. And that's nothing wrong with that if that's your demographic that you're chasing, but that's not a very big community. Right? That's strictly high school to maybe sophomore, junior year of college way of thinking. Yeah, you still partying and stuff your senior year, but you're starting to wind down. You're maturing, unlike Drake's music.
But
it's for
not
the use.
Yeah, but I don't think that they wrote it waiting for like men to sit down and break it down like
no,
the songs and rate them. I don't think that they cared about.
That's a stupid argument. You know they didn't write that. No R&B is written for that to be analyzed. No R&B is written for that. So why would they even be thinking that? That's stupid. So and I'm saying that's stupid to you. But the Kendrick fans and the Drake Glazers, y'all tried to analyze this album a little bit too deeply. Probably myself included, but I don't think I analyzed this album strictly on sound. Strictly on what I heard. I wasn't trying to dive deep into it. Now, granted, a lot of the lines were cringe. It was lazily written R&B. So yes, a lot of the lines were cringe. It was weak.
About that.
Well, I did.
No. I know you did, but I'm just saying I don't think that when they created this that they even cared about that part of it. Like I think they wanted to put together some dope songs. Didn't care about sequencing or any of that. It was just like, yo, this is a playlist.
You gotta care about sequencing when you're putting together an album. That's how can you say that this album was great when if it's like a playlist and you're not worrying about sequencing, you're proving my point. It was lazy. It was lazy.
Put out this playlist, some sexy songs for you, and just let it run.
No, I'm you.
You're the you and for you.
I'm sorry.
You're the you and for you.
Yes. Phil, he said 3 drinks in, I'm already playing therapist.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt so seen.
Nah, don't get it twisted. The bars
felt so seen.
Listen, the bars is gonna always be there when you have Party and Drake in the studio.
Did he just say the bars are always gonna be there? Did you actually listen to this album? Or did you just come on and automatically knew you were gonna glaze? What?
We know that they're some of the best at having those bars and those lines that I think everybody can relate to on some level.
How you gonna stay with this nigga?
Everybody can't relate to it because everyone isn't beta males. Living through other people's sexual conquests.
Nigga, how you gonna stay with that nigga in this economy? In this economy, you gonna stay with that broke ass nigga, yo?
I'm not gonna lie. When the album came out, I was on my way back to the house, and I was listening. And then the first bar is, "The city is pretty when it's dead, just like a fly." I said, "No, I can't listen to this outside." I said, I said, "Yo, let me turn this off."
What exactly does that mean? The city is pretty when it's dead, just like a flower. What does that mean? I don't know. What flower is pretty when it's dead? Let me know. Look at it. Look at this. Look at his smile on his face. Oh, he's loving. He's eating it up. Pretty dead flowers aren't a real thing. That's Drake trying to be fake deep. That's Drake attempt at being deep, trying to be thought provoking. That was lame. Come on, bro. We can do better than that. You can't be saying that this is one of the dope lines. That's
Because I already knew where we was going after that. The city is pretty when it's dead, just like a flower.
Poetic.
I said, nah, man. I said, I can't be out.
He's wowed by that line. That was so amazing, Drake. The city. I never even thought about that. Dead flowers are beautiful. You niggas is lame.
You can't be with the homies listening to that. I said, yeah, drop me off, man. I can't listen to this around 3 dudes. Like, you just can't play that around 3 other men.
I hear
That
you.
nigga said, what color is the CN Tower? It's blue tonight, just like how I feel about you tonight.
He getting his shit.
She's walking on eggshells. She chuckled because she knew that was cheesy. That was cheesy, dude. That's why that chuckle came in. That wasn't dope.
No,
Drake, man, go on,
getting
man.
his shit off.
Go on, man.
And this is why
He's getting it off. Yes. He's getting it off right in your face, Mal. And you're loving every minute of it. I'm talking about right in your face. Facials. Facials, Mal. Yeah, he definitely getting it off.
I feel for the internet of going into this expecting some shit attached to the past. Like, just enjoy this.
The music.
Everyone doesn't have to take themselves so.
No. When this album was announced, no one was thinking that he was gonna, especially after Kendrick straight buried him. No one was thinking that he would dare come at Kendrick. Nobody think this was gonna be connected to the past. But ironically it was. Because all this was old ass music. And I know I sound passionate right now, but these dudes, y'all take suck. Rory and Damaris are walking on eggshells, and Mal is just Giddy because he's going to eat up anything Drake puts out anyway because he's a glazer. The top one at that. Yes. He loves the taste of crotch.
Seriously as well. Even though I think that Padre record is probably up there with Ratchet Happy Birthday of one of Drake's worst records, I'm happy he's not taking himself.
I hated it the first.
He's going to be feeling everything. He loves the taste of crotch. It's no song they can bring up that Mal ain't going to be feeling. He's not going to say anything negative about this album. Him comparing it to a playlist is as negative as you're gonna get from Mal. Which is insane, dude. You're 43 years old. You can have your own opinion. You can have your own opinion. But at this point, I think he's so far gone. He's done drunk the Kool-Aid that there's nothing. This is not gonna be nothing short of amazing to him. I'm passionate because and I know I'm coming off like I'm a hater and I'm passionate and angry. I'm actually not angry. The problem is I don't feel like men should act like this. Like I feel like men should be able to voice their opinions. And Rory, dude, blink twice if you're okay. How about that? Blink twice if you're okay.
I'm from uptown. I know what that.
Oh no, it's gonna work.
I grew up listening to that in the bodega. I know what that is.
But that was an immediate skip. I was like, all right, man.
See, you can't let that throw you off, Rory.
Nah, you gotta groove to that.
Yeah,
shit,
you
Rory.
can't let it. Don't be scared to get into.
I'm not grooving to Drake's bad Spanish accent attempt. And he's mispronounced. Like, let me let him finish.
Your 2-step.
Damn.
See, you scared to get into your 2-step. That's
man.
the problem.
That nigga said
I be on Steinway with bachata.
How
that
you
nigga
ain't
said-
I don't
like
run the
that?
uptown though.
take you to Santos, we can dance bachata. Take you to Kiki or the booby trappa. Making booby trap fake Spanish.
I love it.
Shit, it killed me.
That's
bro.
like how my dad.
He loves it. That's what made it cringe, dude. It's like you don't. Maybe it was a parody. Maybe I'm missing it. I'm sorry. Maybe it was meant to be a parody. But I would like to hear from the Hispanic fans. You think that's funny? It seems like he's making fun of somebody. If it's a parody, he's making fun of their culture on his album and monetizing it. Colonizing at its finest.
Had orders at a Mexican restaurant to a white waitress, smiling when he says gracias.
Gracias. Yeah.
Nah, before we get to giving them flowers on this shit, I do have to clown all Canadian men. I don't think I'm the first to say men from Toronto are a little sensitive. He said after 3 drinks in, I'm already playing therapist. He said, why you acting thirsty for anyone that's American?
You ain't feel him, though?
Yo.
I felt.
Dude, you're American. Like, how you agreeing with that? How you feeling it as an American? You can't be serious, dude.
Felt him on that.
This is cringe behavior from grown men. Like, Rory's trying to give pushback, but he, like I say, he's walking on eggshells. He doesn't want his abusive spouse to get angry.
Niggas from Harlem feel that way about niggas from Brooklyn. It's the same shit.
Oh, no, that's the reason why I love Toronto.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. If you ever, no matter where you from, London men in New York, they're gonna get way more attention than New York.
They clean up.
But to me, it's just
I'm
funny,
like, you think because he talk like he got crumpets and tea in his bag, he ain't shit? That nigga's a killer. Like, he ain't shit.
But to me, that does make some sense. Like, it's a whole different world. I get why girls would be attracted to something new like that.
Yeah.
Toronto is 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a difference.
That's a 40-minute flight. That's
Toronto is just a clean New York.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's a fact. So is London.
So, all right, so we have to call Toronto women hussies then. You thirsty over a border that's just right there? It's the same people.
It's called Kiatis. Those are Kiatis. Those are not hussies. Hussies is uptown. If you go north of the border, Kiati.
I think all women from Toronto are beautiful and not promiscuous. But
Beautiful.
that's just me.
No, it's some promiscuous. No. It's some promiscuous women in Toronto. We ain't gonna do that.
Some of my favorites.
Yeah. There's some beautiful Kiatis.
Ooh, forgot we was on camera.
What?
What you about to say? Go ahead and lick her cat, baby D. It's all good.
What the fuck are you
I thought that's what you just said.
No.
Oh, my bad.
man.
I'm sorry.
I was about to ask Rory what happened to that one thing, but we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. That's all.
Things of the past.
Damn.
Things of the past. Somehow your white face saying that to me just doesn't sit right.
I got it.
Things of the past.
From time.
Yeah.
Are you good?
From time.
Nah, you know what? I might need to send her a little text message saying time passes whether we're looking at the clock or not.
Was he talking? Was that nigga talking on that? He said this nigga.
Y'all already know where I won't go with this. Y'all know that was cringe. And R&B isn't meant to be analyzed like that. So I ain't even get into it. There's way better R&B writing out there. Brit Fayez. Even Chris Brown is not like. There's a lot better out R&B that's close to the same vibe, but it's actually curated and it's sequenced correctly. Like, come on, what are we doing?
Passes whether I'm copping you that watch.
Is he lying though? That's real talk. That's real. See, that's the shit I be wanting to say. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a writer. I can't say shit like that. But yeah, I understand what he mean by that.
Oh my God. You know what? I've been on here saying for years, I want the more mature Drake album for all, whatever that. I feel bad for he going through it, man. Stay this sad, bro. I'm fine with you getting your heart broke by IG bitches if you writing shit like that.
I wanted to ask you.
No, he's not writing great stuff. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm just outgrown to the point where I just can't do it. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just a hater. I don't want to chalk it up to just being a hater. I don't want to chalk it up to being a hater because I don't feel like I have hate. You know what I'm saying, in my heart. But this ain't what y'all making it out to be. At least to me, you know, in my opinion.
Do you like this better than For All the Dogs?
Yeah.
I figured you would.
Definitely.
What? All right.
You like this album better than For All the Dogs?
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to compare it. It's two different types of
No,
music.
similar.
Two different types of
They're both R&B albums.
It's very similar.
Nah, hell nah. He rapping. Like, he's really rapping on For All the Dogs. Like, rapping. He's rapping on this, but not like he was on For All the Dogs. No way.
he knows that For All the Dogs, which was trash, is better than this album. But he can't admit to it. Because in his mind, Drake ages like fine wine. He can only get progressively better. You know, because if he doesn't say that he's getting better with age, then Drake's gonna cut off his supply of crotch minnows.
This is a whole different vibe. This is a whole different energy right here.
I mean,
I can't compare. That's what I'm saying. I can't compare that to For All the Dogs, even though it might be some R&B joints on For All the, some of my favorite R&B joints on For All the Dogs, but top to bottom, this is a whole different vibe. Some Sexy Songs for You is exactly what it is. Some sexy songs. I mean,
So Brian Still was a sexy song. So Give Me a Hug was a sexy song.
it wasn't thinking about me, but for you, whoever you may be.
and this is where I have to backtrack on my thoughts of like, I can't really get into this type of Drake anymore because I'm just not at that point in my life anymore. That's what I was saying For All the Dogs. Like, I don't need his 444, but I was still like a little maturing. After he got off Lucky For You, I don't just love you for you. I love you for who you tell me you're gonna be one day. Never mind. I'm just as immature as Drake because I felt seen. We're in the same boat. I'm sorry, Drake.
I ain't gonna lie though, we not giving Party enough credit for that Deeper record though.
Yeah, Deeper one.
Okay. And that's where I miss the mark. After going back, Deeper was better than I gave him credit for. Party did his thing. It's not for me. That record is not for me. But I give him credit for that one, even though I don't like the sound of I don't like the overly processed auto-tune sound. So but I give him credit for that one just because I can see that he tried. He can't sing, but I can see that he tried, and I can see why people like that one. I'm gonna put it to you like that. I don't like it personally, but I can see why people like that one. So I'm gonna give Party credit for that one.
Oh my God.
Nah, Deeper was fire.
What Party did on Deeper, I'm like, all right,
Not fire,
this
though.
might have been just worth him. Just like if he only did that on the album, I'm like, this is a Party and Drake album. That's how much I fuck with that.
It seems so. This is my take on why everybody's feeling that Deeper record is just because it seemed like he was actually he fell into his emotions for that one. So you felt the emotions of Deeper. But emotions aside, you trying really hard on that, because he tried. Party tried. He really gave it his all. But sometimes you giving your all, it's still not good, right? If you're not good at what you're doing, no matter if you give it your all or not, it's still not going to be good. You can't, just because you're passionate about it doesn't make it good. Just because I'm passionate about making YouTube videos, everyone's not going to resonate with it. So I didn't give him credit for it, but it's still not good. But I can see why people like it.
Deeper record.
Nah, one part.
Deeper and Lasers.
Incredible. And the way he talking on when she,
Dude, everything's incredible? No. But you're entitled to your opinion. But that was trash.
he's gone, when he's gone,
Oh man, please.
did y'all hear how Drake was talking?
Stop. Cause my phone tap. Y'all got my phone tap. Y'all got my phone.
Nah, he was in my
Celibacy, and when he's gone, you got my phone tap.
Yeah, he was in my Jan sport when he's gone. I'm like, this nigga done found my note.
This nigga just said he was in my Jan sport. Do you not understand what you just did? Think about it.
Notebook, man. That shit he was talking like, come on, this nigga gotta get out my notebook, man. That's me.
Party found your BlackBerry with a side scroll.
I'm like, yo, those is my bars. I didn't said all that before.
Have you ever stared at a tattoo while you was fucking her from the back?
Absolutely. Damn. 100%.
Doesn't say my name, but here's where we at.
Why are you staring at it?
Like,
I ain't tripping. I know that ain't me.
If you ain't tripping, why are you staring at it? Like, I get the sentiment, and you're right. You shouldn't care. But why are you staring at it if you don't care?
But it's all good. We here together. I don't know where this nigga's at.
I don't know where this nigga.
That was funny, Ma. I give you credit for that one. It was funny.
Yeah, I don't know where son is at. I don't even care.
I've never been in the predicament where I saw another guy's name. Did I ever tell this OVO story before?
No, but you're gonna tell it now.
This was a long time ago. I
Many
maybe told
moons.
this in
Many moons.
No, seriously, this was. Oh, I swear to God, it's over 10 years.
Yeah,
ago.
Obama was president.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I met a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I was double dating.
Not
I was
just any
the friend.
girl.
I was the friend. Like I was the plus one.
Oh, like if it's gonna be that big, you gotta have fuck Drake.
Or you better had.
From
I'll give you a
here
story.
to here,
Mm-hmm.
the full calf
Mm-hmm.
was an OVO owl.
Right.
Still hit it from the back though.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I think I played party while I was doing
You
it.
was bird watching.
Nah, if your tattoo is that
was
big,
funny.
you gotta have only fuck Drake. Like you can't,
He was there.
fuck Majid and have that big ass OVO fucking tattoo on your.
No, we're not doing that. But Jay got a classic album.
He
We're not
do,
doing
but
that.
like, come on, bro. Like if it's gonna be that big, you gotta have fuck Drake.
Or you better had.
No,
Fucking Chubbs and having the OVO out
I
on
can
your
see
whole
it.
calf,
I can see it.
No,
I can see that.
bro.
here's my. This is why you just have to admit you were making very poor choices when you were younger. He just
Like,
ruined
you
my
see,
Christmas.
He's family though. Like
He was just here. Eden was.
telling you. I saved my trapper keeper. Them niggas got my trapper keeper.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the line I was looking for that I wanted to end on. Well, that's it. How did I was looking for it. I didn't have the timestamp for it. Yeah. Just like the Jan Sport. What grown man keeps when I think of trapper keepers, I'm thinking of middle school, right? Yo, Ma, read the room, homie. You not doing your Lord and Savior any favors by bringing up JanSport backpacks, trapper keepers. Let me run it back a little bit.
The text after you heard Spider-Man, Superman.
Nah, y'all ain't listen on Greedy. Y'all wasn't
Who ain't listening on Greedy?
Y'all ain't listen on.
I gave him credit for greedy. I gave them credit for greedy. So
Baby
Greedy,
D, I keep telling you, them niggas got my book bag, man. I'm telling you. I saved my trapper keeper. Them niggas got my trapper keeper.
book bag, trapper keeper, all in one sentence. Middle school items. When your Lord and Savior, Drake, the guy you look up to, and you love his crotch minnows. You love those crotch minnows he has, champ. Shout out to Showface News. You mentioned a trapper keeper and a JanSport book sack when your Lord and Savior has accusations of being a PDF. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Like, you can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't make this up. That's insane. I honestly think that, I mean, don't get me wrong, they had fun. They was having fun. But definitely towards the beginning. And I don't want to say that Rory, you know what I'm saying, was didn't like the album. I'm sure he did. I just feel as though he had way more criticisms than he let on. But in order to keep Mal, his abusive spouse, happy, he was walking on eggshells. And I hope I'm wrong. Because Rory's actually likable. Mal, not so much. Mal, not so much. Mal is very overly aggressive at people for no reason. He thinks he's always right. I don't like those kind of people. And then he's a glazer on top of that. He's 43 years old, putting another man on a pedestal, which is absolutely weird to me. But look, that's all the content I got for you today. If you made it this far, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely assault that like button, subscribe, and click on that bell notification so you'll be aware of all my videos when they drop. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, make sure you give maximum effort in all your endeavors, and I'll see you next time. Peace.